meeting. I guess, I don't know, but maybe this is our last online meeting.
Maybe.
Really? Maybe. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much to join us again. And please join me. Welcome our president, Winnie.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Here
Hello.
it's actually because the COVID-19, so we just hold the online meeting for a very long time. And actually, we will have a vote, and please vote whether you prefer online or on site on our line groups and the last several days. Yes, maybe it is the last time we take the online meeting today, or maybe you just want to take another online meeting in September. Please let us know, and we will count the numbers. Yeah. And let's back to our Toastmaster of the evening tonight, Dr. Rose.
Hi.
Hi.
Very interesting topics.
Yeah. Okay. Should I introduce the introduction, Toastmaster induction? Jenny, did you know what is the Toastmaster? Did you know?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. So I should take a brief introduction to the Toastmaster. Toastmaster International is a non-profit educational organization that teach the public to speak and leadership skill through a worldwide network of clubs. Its purpose is to teach people to develop their leadership and communication capability. And you will learn how to speak in public and communicate with the people. And Dr. Ralph Smedley, who was the founder of the Toastmaster, he was founded in 1924. Now there are almost more than 300,000 members in the world. The world is 149 countries. And in Taiwan, we have 178 clubs and 3,200 members. Also, there are several languages used: English and Japanese, Mandarin, and Taiwanese. So it's the brief introduction to the Toastmaster. Now I want to say little about the scene. Okay, because this month was the we just two holiday. One is the Father's Day, and the other is the Ghost Festival. But you know, just a few people to celebrate the Father's Day. But many people have the great celebration on the Ghost Festival, especially for the businessmen. The origin of the Ghost Festival, Zhongyuan Festival, has been existed since the Han Dynasty around 1st century. So it's almost 2,000 years. It was the day to show gratitude to the ghosts, the gods, and the ancestors for the harvest season. So why I choose the scene, because in this month we just had two holidays. So this one is a big one, so I choose this because you can see many people to have the celebrate for this ghost festival in the tree. So you always can see the situation. Okay, we for the meeting to run smoothly, we need a helper to help us meeting to go to run smoothly. So now I want to introduce the next helpers. We have three helpers. The first one is the timer, Wendy Lin. Also, Wendy is also like to serve as the R counter at the same time. Okay, it's the wonderful, but also the first time one person to play two roles. Okay, and I like to say introduce the Wendy Lin. She is the Toastmaster who would like to involve with the Toastmaster deeper to train herself to be familiar with the Toastmaster skills and apply to her mother tongues. It's the answer to the meeting scene. It's a no matter on the ghost festival of the Western or the East. The main message is to show our respect to our ancestors and to know where we are from. Okay, so now let's give him a round of the applause for Wendy Lin. Welcome, Wendy.
Thank you, Toastmaster evening, fellow members and the distinguished. I'm glad to be the timer tonight. And to be a timer, my duty is help speakers on the stage. So I will count the time for prepared speakers, table topic speakers, and individual speakers. For other speakers, I will just raise the red flag at the end when they reach their time limit. For prepared speakers, your time is from 5 minutes to 7 minutes. When you reach the minimum requirement of time limit, I will raise the green flag. Please see my background becomes the green one. When you reach 6 minutes, I'll raise change my background into the yellow one. And when you reach the minimum requirement of time limit, I will change my background into the red one. For table topic speakers, your time is from 1 to 3 minutes. When you reach the minimum time requirement, 1 minute, I will raise the green flag. 1.5 minutes, yellow, and 2 minutes, red. For individual evaluators, your time is from 2 to 3 minutes. When you reach the minimum time requirement, I will change my background into the green one. 2.5 minutes, yellow one, and 3 minutes, the maximum time requirement. I will change my background into the red one. For others, I would like to remind you again, when you reach your time limit, I will raise the red flag. Toastmaster evening. Okay, because I am the
Continue.
yeah, our counter tonight. Our counter is to help speakers on the stage to improve their speaking quality. So I'll count how many times the R you met and make a report at the end of when the evaluation session is running. Toastmaster evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Bernice. Explanation for the timer and the R counter is very clear. Thank you very much. Next, I will welcome our President Winnie. Tonight is the play the vote counter note. Winnie, he is the she loved to travel and play musical instrument. Because the pandemic, he hasn't traveled for a while. Playing a keyboard at home during this time is the best way. And he answered to the meeting scene. He said, actually, Ghost Vegetable sounds terrible, but it's the bursting and the interesting month because we can see many temples handle some ceremonies to worship the ghost and the gods, such as the Changgu, releasing water lanterns, ritual of the Zhonghui and the Pudu. We'll know more about our traditional culture in the ghost month. Because the ghost will come back in this month, sometimes they still be reborn that she had and her family miss them so much. Okay, let's welcome our President Winnie.
Okay, thank you so much. Actually, to be a vote counter, I will send the voting link later. And everyone, please remember to vote. Which is the best table topic speakers? Which is the best prepared speakers? And which is the best IE? And which is the best session masters? And I will gather the ballots, and I will name who is the winners of these speakers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, President. Okay, so now we move to the prepare speaker session. The first one speaker is our senior member, Edward Chen. He will deliver is the PM Level 3 Program 1. The title is You Help Them Become Angels or Devils. And the purpose of this project is to understand the type of persuasive speeches and deliver persuasive speech at a club meeting. Edward said he'd like to offer those God's brothers and some cell phone so that after they return to the underworld, they can still contact us. They may even use the cell phones to take pictures to show us what the underwear looks like. Wow, it's very interesting. And Edward is the retired English teacher from the Datong University. He likes to photography, traveling, reading, gardening, and playing the musical instruments such as the harmonica and the dongxiao. Now she lives in Iran, enjoy a retired life. Let's welcome Edward to give us the speech. Edward, open your microphone. Turn on your microphone.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
yeah, my friend Tom told me and said, my son is a devil. He causes all kinds of trouble at school. He bullies other students, and at home, he breaks toys. and hide things or even put the handkerchief in the toilet. And he also liked to talk back. When I asked him to do homework, he said, "Oh, it's useless." And when I urged him to go to the piano lessons, he said, "Why don't you do it yourself?" And he asked me, "What can I do?" Well, ladies and gentlemen, if I ask you the same question, do you have the answer? I'm sure you do. In Toastmasters, we learn how to communicate and to listen, to understand, and to give proper answers. But most parents with young children often don't have time for that. They are just too busy. So the first suggestion I gave to Tom is spare some time for your son, talk to him, show him your love, and you are willing to help. And it's not easy for children to grow up. And they have many difficulties in their learning, in their social context, and in their dealings with parents and siblings. And very often, they feel helpless. So I told Tom, when you talk to your son, talk in a warm and sincere way. When he feels your love and sincerity, he'll open his heart and tell you what kind of problem he has and what kind of thing he needs. Tom said, well, he can do that. In a short time, soon after that, Tom told me his son already told him why he caused all the trouble, because he wanted to call the attention of his parents and teachers and to win their love. The second suggestion I gave to Tom is find out something he did well and praise it. Parents' praise means a lot to children. Too often, children are blamed for their wrongdoings, but not often praised for their good deeds. This is not easy for Tom, but he promised to keep it in mind. So when his son finished eating dinner in a short time, he praised him. When his son helped clean the house, wash dishes, or do the laundry, he praised him. When his son willingly went to bed at 9 or 10, he praised him. Well, very soon, the home atmosphere changed. It was filled with joy and laughter. The third suggestion I gave Tom is help him to understand his wrongdoings and help him to correct them. Children often do things intuitively and have no idea if it's right or wrong. And if we handle that properly, we may help them to create a bright future. But if we don't handle that well, we might ruin their whole life. Here I have two cases. The first one, a son of my distant relative brought the cartoon books from his class and was found out by his father. The father brought him to the teacher. And the next day, the teacher announced in the class, there's a thief in our class. And suddenly everybody called him a thief, 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 thief. He was very angry. He tried to fight back. He stole even more things from the school. Not long after that, the kid was ousted from the school. It's a sad story caused by an inconsiderate father and a lousy teacher. because they did not handle the case well. They have ruined the kid's whole life. Another case is Tom's son, and Tom's son took his younger brother eraser and kept it as his own. When asking why he did that, he said, "Oh, I just borrowed it for a while." Tom asked him, "If your brother took your eraser away without asking you in advance, would you get mad?" He said, "Yes." Okay, Tom then tell him, "So don't do that again." Okay, he nodded, and the case was solved. So in this case, Tom is an understanding father. He successfully helped his son to correct a bad habit. Well, all the suggestions I gave to Tom actually come from Toastmasters. It offered us training on communication, mentoring, and evaluation. It taught us how to deal with people, how to praise others for their good performance, and how to give constructive suggestions for their further improvement. These skills are very useful. You can see that I even use that on my friend Tom, and it works very well. His son is now no longer a devil. He has already become an angel. So all the glories goes to Toastmasters training. So I urge all of you to make good use of it. Toastmasters of the evening.
Okay. Thank you very much for Edward's wonderful speech. Yeah, I think the education is very important, especially for the children. Yeah, you can educate they become an angel or become a devil. That depends on your behavior. Okay, thank you. Now, the next speaker is our new member, Lisa Tsai. Lisa Tsai tonight's speech is the PM Level 1 Program 3. The title is the Ghost Vegetable. We didn't talk about this topic. It's just accident. Okay. And the purpose of this project is to learn or review the best research method and present a well-organized and well-researched speech on any topic. Lisa said she has worked in travel engine for many years. That fulfill her wish because he can speak English, go abroad, and make money at one time. Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19, now it's harder to make her wishes come true. However, she believes since we will be better because after rain comes the sunshine. Her answer to the meeting scene, she said she used to dislike ghost vegetable because it's tiring and waste time and money. However, she changed her thoughts after she graduated from school. The ghost vegetable becomes a special event to show our respect and thanks to the wandering ghosts and ancestors. But most of all is she will have the special meals and the treats after the ghost vegetable. That's gives a bigger round of applause for Lisa Tsai.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Correct. Okay. I'll share my screen first. Hello, dear Toastmaster and wonderful guests. My name is Lisa. Does anyone believe in mystery power, magical things, or ancient stories? What do you think it is? Ghost, spirit, or demon? Due to the respect and the fear in superpowers, most people are afraid and prefer not to talk or discuss about it in the public. Because of this, I want to know, what would other nations think and deal with it? By researching and Googling from the internet, and according to my limitless knowledge, there's only one culture that worship it for a whole month, while others are just a few days. Isn't it amazing that people actually worship it for a whole month and actually hold a lot of ceremonies to celebrate and pray it? Not only this, I also learned that there are 5 famous Fun Festival and Pitacon Festival. Let me introduce them to you one by one. The first one is Halloween, which is a famous holiday all around the world, and that begins in the West on October 31st. In fact, it is a day that people would costume themselves as different kinds of ghosts to scare away the wandering ghosts. Now, it is a day that that children get dressed like heroes and so on, and take a jack-o'-lantern and knock on neighbor's door and say trick or treat. Halloween has become a day with joy and happiness, with an optimistic and positive attitude. Dia de los Muertos begins over thousands of years ago in Aztec, Toltec, and Nahua people. The people think it is rude and disrespect to ancient and ancestors, because death is just a part of life cycle, and the death still live inside of people's memories and spirits, and will come back to reunion with their family once a year. Now, it's a 3-day annual event, starts from October 31st to November 2nd in Mexico. Every October 31st, Mexicans will bring their pillows, blankets, food, and drinks to the graveyard. Spend the night with their ancestors or friends, and decorate the graveyard with colorful candles, skeletons, and fresh flowers, and pandamadru, a special traditional bread just for this festival, and paper picado, a special artwork made by paper. And after that, they place yellow marigold all the way from the graveyard to the village or the county where they live, to show the ancestors the correct way back home. Now, it's another cheerful and blissful Ghost Festival, because it is one of the world's cultural heritages by UNESCO since 2008. Ghost Festival, Fun Festival, and Pitacon Festival are 3 interesting ghost festivals in East that take place in Taiwan, Japan, and Thailand. Ghost Festival starts from July 1st of lunar month and lasts for a whole month, around 29 or 30 days. During these days, there are lots of different ceremonies held in Taiwan, such like 抢姑、中元普渡, release water lanterns, 跳钟馗, just name a few. And all of these events educate people to be good and be grateful to the ghosts through their own unique activities. One festival in Japan, in fact, it is the day the festival will show their respect and be thankful to their parents and ancestors. It's a 4-day festival, starts from July 13th to July 16th of lunar month. The people would sweep and clean the tomb, place cucumbers and eggplants to resemble as horses and cows for the ancestors to ride the afterlife. The Pikakong Festival in Thailand is a 1-day ghost festival event in July or June. The people wear big, scary masks and colorful clothes to dance and sing on the streets. In order to pray for good harvest and fortune from the ghosts. It feels like the combination of Western's Halloween and Brazil's Carnival. And there's nothing scary or spooky to worry about. All in all, ghost festivals are very varied all around the world. And most of them are used to be an event with lots of horrible things or scary things that make people feel afraid. However, instead of forbidden and taboo, they turn into bright, thankful, and pleasant ghost festivals these days, which show us that there are two sides to every coin. Just choose the positive side and make a twist by yourself when you're down. Thank you for listening. Toastmasters of the Day.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Lisa's story. It's very interesting to introduce the ghost festival all around the world. So we think our member have the completely and wholly understand the ghost festival, and maybe we can call you an ghost experts. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, now let's move to the third speaker, Joseph D. Joseph is he want to deliver his speech. VC level 4, program 2. His title is the working environment of the epidemic. The purpose of the project is for the member to practice the skill needed to efficiently communicate change to a group or organization. Also, the purpose of this speech is for the member to practice the speaking about change. Joseph runs the travel engine and is also a senior experienced travel leader. He was the H division director of the district 67 last year, and also one of our past president of the Formosa Toastmasters clubs. He is very active in the Toastmaster community. Many Toastmaster members know him well. Now she comes back to serve the role of the surgeon at the arm. He earned our special respects. His answer to the meeting scene, he said, he remembered his mother never had any special arrangement during the 7th month of the lunar calendar. When he was very young, it's nothing to do with the religion. So he really don't have the idea about ghost months or ghost festival. But I think Risa's story, the speech, maybe give you some idea about the ghost and the ghost fest. Let's give him a bigger round of applause for Joseph D.
Thank you very much, TME. But Wendy, please don't count my time yet. I have to check my slides if it works. Can you see it? Can you guys solve?
Yeah.
It's a good idea to standing and deliver my speech. So I like to sit. Okay.
Please
Okay.
maximize your slide.
Pardon?
Can you maximize the view of your slide?
Maximize. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
good. Thank you.
Okay. Since the COVID-19 outbreak 2020, the pandemic caused global death of 4,367,066 till August 12, 2021. Countless companies were forced to close due to the unbearable deficits. Some corporations minimize office space, transform it into a co-work or remote office. According to the survey, 60% of global employees are considering leaving their current employers by the end of 2020. And some companies are acknowledged that figuring out a hybrid work model it is require figuring out a hybrid work model will be a long-term project and require a period of time, takes 56,687 persons and surge of 709 companies with 11,714 in 1 week, increased more than 10,000 every day after 3 consecutive weeks of implementation. The contracting case of Taiwan has continuously remained less than 10 since August 5th. I believe that except the border control, all the restrictions will be lifted soon. People return to lives of epidemic. People return to lives before the epidemic, dine with the families at the eateries without checkable seat around. But the alleviation of the pandemic is not easily to alleviate as same as well of unpaid leave. Travel businesses are crashed and burned like some of the hotels and restaurants. Take my company as an example. We laid off all the staff last May, moved the company to Yonghe this April. After we moved, the company was monthly in the rate for around 5,000 or 6,000. But sorry, I think please allow me to say something before going further. Really, sorry. Please don't get me wrong that I didn't mean to ruin your moment to deliver the speech with these negative messages. Ready? Okay. Here is the investigation for those who not engaged in travel business or tourism industry. If you are now under a situation of pay cut or layoff like me, raise your hand, please. Anyone? No. Dr. Ross, Dr. Chen, you are retired in that layoff. Okay, I guess not. Okay. Anything we can do to relieve the dilemma or anything, any bad thing happened to you? If you ask me, I would say yes, definitely yes. First of all, be happy and don't worry. Don't feel discouraged by the previous negative message. Change your mindset and restart. Keep learning and practicing. Stimulate your potential, strengthening your second or third skills to expand the job opportunities, or strive to be a slash, such as direct seller, podcaster, streamer, or YouTuber, etc. And the following working types will become the norm for the many corporations in the future. Work from home. The work from home is much more flexible to find part-time jobs or be a slash. And the most advantage of work from home is to save commuting. Co-work space. Many companies minimize office space or transform it into a co-work office. Remote work or hybrid work. Hybrid work is a work style that enables employees to brain working from different locations, home, the office, or even on the go. Although the epidemic alert has lowered to level 2, but still, it is imperative we should remain vigilant to prevent another outbreak. The vaccination, due to the vaccination coverage, due to the low vaccination coverage rate in Taiwan, the social distance and the mask are still the best tools to protect us from infected. All in all, be safe and don't be discouraged. Chance favors only the prepared mind. Change your mindset and restart. Keep learning and practicing. Be ready for the golden opportunity. Strive for your future. Back to TME.
Thank you, Joseph. Thank you. You are a wonderful speech. Yeah, really is now the working environment is the big change during the epidemic periods. So we have the big challenge to recover our life. Also, for the many people, they want to live with their business. They also need the very huge effort to overcome, to conquer this problem. Okay, now we come to the group photo and the intermission. Okay, so I think after that we can take the 10-minute break and come back at the 8 o'clock. Is okay?
Photo.
Okay. Photo. Yeah, photo first. Yeah. David, please.
Photo. 3, 4.
Yeah,
Smile.
Jenny,
Jenny, smile.
Jenny, show your face.
One more.
Okay.
One more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's take a 10 minutes break and come back at 8 o'clock.
Thank
you.
you. Hey, hi.
Hi, Preston. I think we have the many time to vote for the online or on-site meeting, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
Do anyone can see the concerts?
Yeah, we know how many people,
Okay.
online or on-site, or both.
Okay. I open it.
Well, I don't think it's important. Just let us know when we are going to have a physical or on-site meeting. It doesn't matter how many votes.
Oh, actually, it's a little bit half this one. I prefer online meeting 5. I prefer on-site 3. Either will do 4. So a little bit half.
Have.
So it's your call. Then it's your call. The president's call. Make a decision.
Winnie, when will you close your survey?
Oh my God.
Yeah. I think last week, I think, Richie, I think it's last week.
Last week.
Right? It's close, right, Winnie?
No, it's still because
Oh.
only 12 people voting.
Okay.
So
Okay.
4 days.
Okay.
Will we wait for the 4 days or we just decision this time?
It's in Formosa member.
Yes, for most
Right, only for Formosa member,
only
right?
for
And-
Formosa member. Yeah.
Which date do you remember was?
Which
send
date?
out the survey site.
4 days later, it will close the voting.
4 days ago, you send it out.
No. I say that maybe 7 days ago or
7 days.
yeah.
I think I tried to go up to do the voting, but find that it's closed.
Oh no.
I cannot vote. I thought it's closed.
Oh now it's a new September 14th. Yeah, the close is the old one. Just just neglect it. Yeah, the new
14th of August, right?
one.
Or you mean you will be open until September 14th?
Oh no, I will open until how I will open until 28th August.
28th.
Yeah. Do you find the voting?
I cannot. Which date was it? It was. It is Formosa member group, right?
Yeah. Yes. It is on the board. Yeah,
I
on
think
the
it's
top of the
Note.
in the kit, right?
kit. Yeah. Yes. You just open it as a Formosa members, and next is the meeting on September 14th. Then you just open it,
Okay.
and you will see the. Oh my God! It's no.
I think, Richie, I think you can click our group member line and open the note,
Note.
the notebook. Yeah. We need,
Okay. I
need-
find it.
And because it's anonymous, so I don't know who voted or who didn't vote it.
Actually, you can check it from your cell phone, who voted or who didn't vote it.
No. Because I'm afraid someone were afraid and didn't vote it, so I just
I
set it anonymous. Yes, this one.
Yeah, I can see who choose which.
Yeah. And the meeting is on September.
I think I voted already, but I changed it again.
Okay. It's okay. Or if the situation is still the same, or maybe we will still online meetings on 14 September and next time 20th September maybe we will on site is okay.
Because now you have 12 voted. 5 prefer online, 2 prefer on site,
Yeah,
and 5 can do either one.
yes.
That means most people would, I think online would be more welcomed.
Yes, I think so.
So I think, President,
Oh,
that's your,
let me
your call.
ask whether there's somebody who would decide not to come to online meeting, but since everybody here is online, so I suppose we cannot find those people who will say, I would not want to do online meeting. Maybe we can ask Robert. Robert is the first one, is the one who come to online meeting for the first time. Hello, Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Hi.
Go to restaurant.
Robert is
I think Robert's
before the
going to 7-Eleven for
camera.
his coffee.
Or maybe we can ask
For
him
his
later.
coffee. Well, actually, just like I said, President, this is your call. You can decide we can still have an online meeting on September 14th, then physical meeting on September 28th.
Yes, I want to do this.
Because we have some members, they are not used to online meeting. For example, Sue and Louis also. Louis also.
Louis, she's a young man, young lady, and happy farmer now. I know Marian got the DTM in 2007. It's quite earlier. And he also in 2008 to 2009, the district governor, right? I just got a message from the internet. There is the answer to the meeting theme. He's saying, usually on the Ghost Festival, 3 families include her sister, her brother, and her get together and prepare foods, drinks, and fruits to worship their ancestors and commemorate them. But because the COVID-19 pandemic, they canceled this gathering. At the end of this ghost month, she will prepare some offering to worship God, good brothers, and hope they will go back to here on time. But I think otherwise, one then have the cell phone, so they always can connect with you, right? Okay, that's if the bigger wrong problem approach to for Marian.
Hi everyone. Tabletop session is an interesting session which gives us an opportunity to practice impromptu speaking. I'll call upon members and guests and give you a topic to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. So use your imagination to answer my question. Take it easy and have fun. So my first question is, do you believe that ghosts exist in this world? Do you believe that ghosts exist in this world? This question goes to Robert. Yeah.
Woo! Woo!
Unmute. Open your
Unmute.
unmute.
Unmute, Robert, unmute. Open your microphone. Oh, yeah. Great.
Okay, it's such a small computer that.
Right. Same with me.
Well, I believe there are spirits in this world, because if you look at all the cultures in the world, either it's the Chinese, the Indonesian, the Japanese, or the Europeans, Americans, or even the native of South America. In their culture, there is always some kind of supernatural spirit, which to us is like a ghost. Now, Chinese and Japanese are quite close. Koreans, yes. But you look at the Thai and the Vietnamese, which is totally different culture. And even you look at the Europeans, they have all ghosts. They all have ghosts. And they all have some kind of celebration for the ghost. And not only that, even the ancient culture of Europe, and even within the Bible, there's mention of such a thing. So basically, I believe there is a supernatural being, which could be ghost or whatever the culture names them. And it's not only from this time, but it has been historical. So I don't think that we are being super religious when we say they are ghosts. And who knows? Sometimes maybe it's near us, but we can see them, we cannot feel them, we cannot even smell them. So, frankly, I believe there is such a thing as ghost. But let us not get our belief in such a supernatural thing affect our natural life and our normal life too much. But believe it, there is a God 3 feet on top and maybe a spirit 3 feet underneath us. So it is better that we do keep ourselves clean, do good things, and if we have a clear conscience, then I don't think the ghost will bother us so much. Thank you.
Thank you for Robert's sharing. Robert, you are not alone. I also believe it. And I also like to read ghost stories or vampire stories, etc. Thank you. Before I raise the next question, I will sing a Taiwanese song. 讲阮的人有勇气，不惊一切哟，无论啥机也半年，讲我顾也家己。Okay, my question is, do you dare to date in a place near the graveyard at midnight? Do you dare to date in a place near the graveyard at midnight? The question goes to our president, Winnie Chen.
Actually, I dare not. Because I afraid many things. And actually, I always work so hard, and I have some experience to work at my office until midnight. And at midnight, every colleague went home, only me living in the office, and I will feel the atmosphere is so quiet. At the time, there's a strange thing happens. I just hear the garbage can shaking, clunk, 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 and some trash just laid down, and no one's there. I was so scared, and I just rushed, go to the escalators, but there is no one there. But the escalator just automatically run by itself. So I just a little bit scared. And when the escalator just be stable, and I just run and leave my office at that time. So I think maybe there is some notif ghost there. I don't know. So I am so scared. So I definitely dare not went to the tomb at midnight. Actually, everyone knows the Yangmi Mountain. Maybe there are still a little bit tomb there, and actually the night scene is very beautiful. And one day I just ride a motorcycle with my classmates, but I missed the road, and it is at the midnight. So I don't know why. So the answer to Marian is no, I dare not.
Okay, thank you.
I am afraid of ghosts. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, our president, Madam President, need a gentleman to protect her. Okay, if Edward wants me to go there with him, and then I will say, okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, the next question is, what kind of offerings did your family prepare to worship good brothers on Ghost Festival? What kind of offerings did your family prepare to worship good brothers on Ghost Festival? The question goes to Joseph Lee.
Wow. 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 Well, I really don't know how to answer this question. First, just like my answer to the movie theme I mentioned, when I was a kid, I mean, before junior high school, as I remember, my mother never done any special arrangement during the Gold Festival. And as a Chinese, as a Taiwanese, if you want to ask me what kind of offering you would provide during this kind of festival, well, I would say I'm very, very care about, I don't know how to say in English. I mean, in Mandarin, it's a shan shen. It's not 100% different from nowadays we provide. Shan shen means you have to have meat, you have to have a fish, and you have some other things. For example, maybe the cake.
Chicken.
Yes, maybe. So if you want to ask me, no, I don't need to offer any offering, especially I'm a Christian. Back to table topic master.
Okay, Joseph, okay. Maybe your wife prepare some offerings to the wandering spirits, maybe. No?
No.
Okay, and the next question is, after you preparing some offerings and you burn the jas paper, that means ghost paper, to wandering spirits, do you think that the wandering spirits will enjoy your food and will receive the currency in the underworld? Do you think that those wandering spirits enjoy the foods you preferred and will receive the currency in the underworld? The question goes to Samuel. John, Samuel.
Thank you, Madam Marian, DTM. May I? Sorry, I'm waiting for evaluation. Can I get the question again?
Okay. Do you think that the ghost will enjoy the food that you prepared and will receive the money, the paper money or the currency in the underworld?
Thank you. Thank you. Your question. Like Joseph, I'm Christian, so before I was baptized, yeah, I believe they will enjoy it. But after baptized in 2005, actually I don't watch anymore from 2005, and actually in Christian we believe Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost is one of God. So in pray, usually we pray for Holy Ghost or Holy Spirit to guide us, to lead us. Yeah, and in traditional, I don't believe the ghost. We enjoy the food we offered, and the money we burn. And yes, that's a good question. And yeah, so my answer is I don't believe they will enjoy food and the paper money they burn. And in for environment protection, I convinced don't burn the paper money again. It may is another symbol to as representative. That's the benefit for our environment. That's my answer. Back to Master of Table Topic, Marian.
Thank you, Samuel, for your sharing. Different religion has different respect. That's good. The next question is, will you buy a haunted house with a very low price? For example, $2 million instead of $10 million. Will you buy a haunted house with a very low price? For example, $2 million instead of $10 million. The question goes to our guest, Jenny Wang. Jenny.
Maybe I will not buy a house which is very cheap. I think maybe the cheap house is owned by someone who is who had long but they can they don't have the ability to pay, so the judgment, the court made their house to be sold. And maybe this house can be maybe there is accident. There is some accident. Like someone suicide, commit suicide, that something like that in this house. So I don't think I will buy a house which is cheaper than the original
Market
price.
rate.
Thank you.
Okay, maybe some say yes, maybe some say no. And Jenny said no. That's okay. Haunted but very low prices houses are still very attractive to buy in the housing market now. Okay, now my next question is, if there is an afterlife, will you marry him or her again? If there is an afterlife, will you marry him or her again? May I invite David Zhuang to answer this question? David!
David!
Your wife?
Your wife is not here, so don't worry.
Say everything.
Of course. Yeah, just behind me. Okay. I think I really have very good life currently with my wife now, and especially for everything. When we can join to do something, it's good things together. If after that we will marry again, of course, because we trust each other and we share everything for our life, and we can support each other, especially because both of us, so we are majoring accounting, but for me, I'm especially focus on how to doing the business, and we like the logical things. So for my job is related to how to develop the business model. But my wife is always support me, and take care of everything, the homework, and sometimes can give me the three meal he always will take care of me, I very enjoy. How about that? I don't know. So that's all. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, David. And David and his wife are a sweet couple. That his wife is very supportive and caring about him. Okay, do I have time, timer? I have one more question. Do I have time? I can't hear you.
Yes.
Yes.
We finished the session.
The question should mirror the answer.
So my time is up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks all the table talk responders. Thank you very much. I will turn my control to Toastmaster of the evening, Ross Chen.
Okay, thank you very much for Marian's interesting and challengeable questions to our member and the guest. I think this question sometimes is difficult for Joseph and Samuel, but for us, we are easy to answer this question because from we are childhood, we always have this kind of ceremonies. So we are familiar with this ghost festival. So now let's move to the general evaluation section. Richard Chan will be tonight's general evaluator. He founded the Formosa Toastmasters Club in 1995. 3 years after, he became a Toastmaster member and also the vice president of the education in prestigious Toastmaster clubs. And 4 years after, he moved from Hong Kong to Taiwan, and he grew up and educated in Hong Kong after over 35 years of the human resources management experience with primarily multinational companies based in Hong Kong, Taipei, Singapore, and China. He is now retired, although currently working on a consulting project for a public listed telecom manufacturer. His answer to the meeting scene: when he was in Hong Kong, Singapore, and mainland China, he hardly hears the people mention about Ghost Festival, although most people know about it. However, Taiwanese treat this festival really serious, either in withholding some taboo behaviors or planning business activities for the licensed business. He personally doesn't worry much about these taboos, although in the past he participated in company-sponsored ceremonies to pay respect to the ghost. So let's give the big applause, round of applause to for Richard Chen. Sorry. Okay, welcome.
Thanks for your introduction, Toastmaster of the Evening Rose. I would like to invite our timer, Wendy, to report time usage for the first part of the meeting, please.
Yes, for prepared speaker, the first speaker, Edward, spent 7 minutes, 28 minutes. And the second one, Lisa, 6 minutes and 53 minutes. Joseph, 8 minutes and 38 minutes. 8 minutes and 38 seconds.
Thank you, Wendy. And Winnie, our art counter for the first art counter report, please.
Yes, I'll be the art counter.
Oh, you? Oh, okay. I thought it's Winnie.
The
Sorry.
prepared speaker, Edward, 0. All 3 prepared speakers didn't say any R, so all 0.
Okay, thanks a lot. Now, I would like to introduce the first individual evaluator, Samuel Zhuang, to evaluate the speech of Edward Chan. The purpose of this project is to understand the type of persuasive speeches and deliver a persuasive speech. As you know, Samuel is a super friendly and helpful guy, always wearing suit and tie as he's wearing now, even at home far away in Canada, and also a very big smile on the face. He joined Formosa Toastmaster Club in 2010, and he was an accounting teacher in Chinese Cultural University, and where he retired 2 years ago. thanks for the power of Zoom, Samuel proves to be the most dedicated member, keeping very high attendance even after moving to Canada in 2020. Remember, regarding the meeting's theme, he thinks that he needs to be very fearful regarding ghost or Holy Ghost, or say Holy Spirits. Well, I have not asked him, but it seems to me that Canadian ghosts also come out in the 7th lunar month. So interesting observation. Now, please join me welcoming Samuel.
Thank you. Really appreciate our founding father, which is very kind introduction. Here is this morning and evening in Taiwan. Dear fellow members and most welcome guests, it's my great honor to evaluate Professor Edwards' powerful, educational, and very convincing, persuasive speech. Every time I enjoy Professor Edwards' speech, every time I learn a lot from his speech. In his speech, he provides some really vivid examples, good or bad. You help them to become angels or devils. Edward used time interaction with his son. As we know, children, teenagers' time, their behavior, rebellion, age. Sometimes if we didn't deal with well, like become devil, but if we handle well, become angels. Actually, Edward is a great angel. Because of bad behavior and the mistake Tom's son did, and Edward provide him some good advice to talk with your son, to deal with them, and it's like very professional communication skills in Toastmasters, bring a great result, and Tom become trainer in Toastmasters and teach communication skills. That's another angel, and also bring a great result. Tom's son also in good behavior, and that's another good result. Good, another angels. So they are powerful. We learn respect and the powerful impact of the communication, great communication, including the leadership skills. That's wonderful, very powerful. And since the communication is very powerful, I would like to suggest, Edward, you can expand your boundary, not just school or family, in company, colleagues, conflict, subordinated and superior, and political aspect, nation and the nations, the tension of conflict because of communication problem. All in all, Edward provide a very persuasive, educational, wonderful speech, and I suggest Edward can boundary the communication, the impact, the positive power of communication skills in Toastmasters to extend to the other ages. That's my evaluation. Back to Master of General Evaluator. Thank you, Rich.
Thank you, Samuel, for your wonderful evaluation. Now, we have the second individual evaluator to evaluate on Lisa's speech. The speech purpose is to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Now, the evaluator is a tall, beautiful, intelligent, cheerful, and thoughtful lady with a respectable job as a medical doctor and a Harvard master degree. We all dream to have any one of these qualities, but he has it all. I trust all club members already know I am talking about our immediate past president, Jean Yo. Now, when I asked Jean on the theme question, she said, the most famous rumor in Ghost Month is you cannot go swimming or you will be caught by the ghost in water. Actually, it is due to many people going swimming in the summer, therefore causing the high accident rate. What a scientific research habit. Therefore, causing this rumor is a reminder to us, be cautious to your children or families members' safety when they stay in water in the summer. Okay, so let's welcome Jean for the individual evaluation.
Hello, members and honorable guests. Congratulations, Lisa. I really think you did a good job tonight. As we know, about 1 year ago, when we met in the old venue, Axis, and I still remember that Lisa cannot introduce herself in English completely, but you can see she has made a large progress in the past year. Congratulations. And I really think that you have already polished your speech in many ways. For example, we can see that she used different skills in speaking speed, like quick or slow. And her volume will be different when she talks about different topics. And also her tone will be high, like the trick or treats. It will show surprise. And the low tone, like the ghost comes. So it can make your speech even more interesting than before. And also I noticed that you have used some movements, like you try to think a lot of ghost festivals and you squeeze your head. That is also a good expression in your speech. And I noticed that you use the PowerPoint during all of your speech. And your PowerPoint is very cute with a lot of photos and pictures. There are some good parts and also not a little bit negative parts when you use PowerPoints throughout your speech. For example, if you use too many words in your PowerPoints, and it will a little bit like we stay in classroom, like a teacher gives a lesson to us. So next time, maybe you can use more photos or pictures. Like when you mention about Halloween, you can put different pictures like jack-o'-lanterns, like trick or treats, like candies, and everyone can guess, oh, what ghost festival it is. And also when you mention about the Mexico Ghost Festival, you can put the movie Coco, 可可夜总会, so everyone can guess what's the festival. And also I think you can start the Halloween by trick or treat, so everyone can think about the Halloween also. So this can produce or increase your dramatic effect in your speech. And also I think your conclusion may be lack of some of your thoughts or your experience that we expect you can share with us about the Ghost Festival, that you can share some of your experiences. And also you can share your thoughts why these festivals are different in different countries and which is your favorite. I think this will add some favors in your speech. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Jean. Now we come to the third individual evaluator to evaluate on Joseph Lee's speech. The speech is for the member to practice speaking about change to a group. Now, this individual evaluator, Sun, is a Tibetan coming to Taiwan 20 years ago, now living in Taiwan with his wife and 4 kids. Currently, he has dual membership in Rock and Prestige Toastmaster Club, but I really admired his commitment in joining Toastmaster meetings because he not only going to these 2 clubs meetings, but also to Formosa meeting as often as any other normal members of Formosa. Now, on the theme, he said that he did not know about the Ghost Festival until arriving in Taiwan. He thinks it is a very haunted and a bit scary holiday. All right. I believe in Tibet, they also talk about ghosts, right? Maybe we can learn more about it later. Okay, let's welcome Sun.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, today I'm really honored to give my second or third evaluation on Joseph's speech, which is really nice because every time I hear about the Joseph speech, it's always a lot of information, very informative and excellent. His vocal varieties and everything I like about him. So his topic was working in Mormon after the epidemic. So he gave a lot of information. I honestly, I can guarantee that it took him a lot of time to just get all this information and just make this whole well-structured speech. And he is really pervasive and very a good speaker. So there are things that I want to add up because like I really want him to do much better in the future. The first thing he said about like sorry. Well, I didn't know that he made any mistakes until he say sorry. So I like saying sorry, you know, it's not, I think it's not, you don't have to say sorry, you keep moving. You know, we didn't not hear about this. And second one is like, he was talking about, he was giving us a lot of information, which is really nice. I learned a lot about things, but the problem is like, I really want to hear about his like personal stories. Like he started a small tiny thing about his company. Then he just stopped, he started telling all the data, which is good, but I want more about his personal stories because like what I learned in giving speeches, like most of the stories, most of the speeches, I forget after 2-3 days, I forget everything. But I remember the stories, and the stories are really good when you know how to give a nice story and with the information, it will stick with the audience, and audience can take this story with him, and he will remember like for a long time. So I think like putting the story into the speech is very good because like showing data is so good, but you know it's kind of, you know, too much for us like to get all these things and digest. These are one thing that if he improves, and I know because like Joseph is and I want him to also improve on the sense of humor because normally he's really funny guy. He's really funny guy. He gives a lot of, you know, he makes people laugh. But I hardly see anything like in his speech. You know, I want him to show his real Joseph. You know, putting some humor in a speech, and which is really good one because like if you put some humor, people get more. You know, they sit on the edge of this chair, try to get more information, more you know, connected with the audience. These are the things that I want him to, you know, put in the next speech, hopefully. And yeah, but I like at the end I'm interested. It's wonderful. It's really wonderful because one of the things that I learned from his his vocal variety. He sometimes take a pause, and he all of a sudden he gives it. This is what I'm learning from him, because like we used to together in a reroute Toastmaster. Then after that he moved to it. So I know him from almost like 2 years now. So there are a lot of things that I learned from Joseph, and thank you so much. And he's the one, because like I remember the first time I gave a speech and I couldn't speak anything and I forgot all my speech. And Joseph was the one who told me, don't forget, don't worry, you're doing okay. This is your just icebreaker, you can do it. So these are the small tiny things, like I still remember. He really encouraged me. So I also want him to give this evaluation so that he can also push him to the next level. Yeah, back to you, Jana Velvet.
Thanks, Ersan, for an excellent evaluations. I would like to invite our timer and also arc counters back to give the second timer and arc counter report, please. Wendy.
Okay, thank you, General Evaluator. This is the timer, Wendy's report. Second report for table topic speakers and individual evaluators. For table topic speaker, the first one, Robert. Robert spent 3 minutes and 38 seconds. The second one, Winnie, 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Joseph, 1 minute and 28 seconds. Samuel, number four, Samuel, 1 minute and 57 seconds. Number 5, Jenny, 1 minute and 31 seconds. Number 6, David, 1 minute and 45 seconds. For individual evaluator, number 1, Samuel, 3 minutes and 43 seconds. Jean, 3 minutes and 22 seconds. Number 3, Ersan, 4 minutes and 5 seconds. I will continue my R counters report. For table topic speakers, number 1, Robert, 1 R. Number 2, Winnie, 1 R. Number 3, Joseph, 2 R. Number 4, Samuel, 2 R. Number 5, Jenny, 3 R. Number 6, David, 8 R. For individual evaluator, number 1, Samuel, more than 10. Jean, number 2, Jean, 0. Number 3, Ersan, 2 R. This is the R counters report, general evaluator. I will type my report in the chat room.
Excellent. I was just about to ask. Thank you, Wendy. Now, it is time for the language evaluation. And our language evaluation is certainly a very qualified one because it is Malcolm Williams from England, a British gentleman coming to Taiwan to teach mathematics in the European Secondary School in Yangmingshan. He came from a place between London and Cambridge, where he studied. For those who have been to Salzburg of Austria, I believe you would envy him as much as I do when knowing he lived in such a beautiful place for several years. He obviously enjoyed being a Toastmaster after becoming a Toastmaster in UK because he continues to be a Toastmaster no matter where he goes, in Austria and also in Taiwan. Now also joining Formosa this year. For Malcolm, Ghost festival comes at the end of his summer holiday before the start of the school academic year. Therefore, this festival reminds him of the fresh start in school. Therefore, while normal Taiwanese nervously prepare for the arrival of the ghost, Malcolm enthusiastically look forward to the returning of the students. So now let's all put our hands together to welcome Malcolm.
Well, good evening, everybody, and it's my great pleasure to be your language evaluator.
Good evening.
Good evening.
And I'm humbled by the very kind introduction that I just had there. My job is to look for some good examples of use of English, to suggest where there have been, to correct some errors in the English, and to encourage everybody to use a greater range of English in your speeches and evaluations and Toastmasters in general. It's with great humility that I do this, because it's easy for me as a native speaker, but I know for many of you, you've worked very hard on your journey to become fluent in English. I'm going to make my language evaluation into 3 parts. I'm going to talk about the correct use of English. Secondly, I'm going to talk about the creative use of English. And thirdly, I'm going to talk about the persuasive use of English. I'm going to share my PowerPoint with you now. And I hope you can see that.
Wow.
We have got some great phrases here that were used by several people this evening. I just go back to that. Intuitively is a lovely word. I think it was Edward that used the word intuitively. 3 consecutive weeks, 3 weeks, one after another. The most dedicated member. Vivid examples I really liked, and dramatic effects. Some really good phrases there that have been used this evening. Some pronunciation that maybe we need to mention. So Toastmasters, Ghost Festival, I mean, ancestors. What I'd like everyone to do is to turn on their microphone, and then after me, say these 3 words. Toastmasters.
Toastmasters.
Ghost Festival.
Ghost Festival.
Ancestors.
So cute.
So something I noticed is that we use the word which for things and who for people. If we're going to say we're going to vote for which is the best speaker, no, it should be who is the best speaker. So which for things and who for people. Watch out for that one. There is no need to use the with names. So if we look at these here, they're all names. And so we do not need to say the Father's Day. There's only one Father's Day, so we just say Father's Day. Someone's name, we just say Andrew. We don't call him the Andrew. We don't say the Hong Kong. It's just I went to Hong Kong. I went to London. And District 67, we don't need to say the because there's only one, so we can say District 67. It's another one to watch out for. Instead of saying change my background to the red one, you can just say change my background to red. It's easier and it's simpler.
Change my background to red.
Okay, what about this one? Not a good idea to standing, which should be not a good idea to stand.
To stand.
Okay, and then we have to think about whether we mean one or more than one. This negative message or these negative messages. We can't mix the two of them. We can't say this negative messages or these negative message. So it's going to be one or the other. Okay, we can say either every colleague have gone home or all my colleagues have gone home. It's like that. All right, then what about creative language? There was some lovely creative language that was used this evening. A warm and sincere way. I think that one came from Edward. Another one from Edward, open his heart. Praised for their deeds. So in other words, told that they were good for the things they'd done. Positive and optimistic attitude, I thought was very nice. And I think this was Lisa, two sides to every coin. So that's some really nice creative use of language. We had some persuasive language this evening. We had some examples of the rhetorical question. If I asked you the same question, what would be your answer? And the speaker here was asking us to think. We weren't expected to answer, but this helped to build his argument. That was very good. And another one. Oh, we've had that. Does anyone believe in mystery powers? Right at the beginning of a speech, it gets us all thinking, it gets us all interested, it gets us all to think of our own answer, even if we don't speak up and say it. A question when we don't need to answer it is called a rhetorical question, and it helps to persuade us. This was a good one. It's imperative that we remain vigilant, persuading us that we should be careful. Coming towards the very peak of the speech, the conclusion of the speech, calling us to action. That was great. I urge all of you, again, towards the end of the speech, persuading us of what we should do. Frankly, I believe, this is saying, well, to be very honest, this is what I believe, and this honesty helps us to be persuaded of the same opinion which came up in the table topics. Okay, so that's the end of my language evaluation.
Excellent. Thanks. Welcome.
Wow. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
A suggestion might be that in future, some other clubs designate a word of the day. And this is maybe a challenging word that everyone is encouraged to incorporate into their speech or into their evaluation or mention at some part so that they extend their use of English. I really look forward to doing language evaluation on another occasion when I hope all of you will continue to use accurate English, creative English, and use persuasive English. Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Malcolm. Can you share your report with us, either in the chat board or later on in our line group, please? Thank you. Now it is time for me to go give a general evaluation. I think the meeting was started on time, although maybe only 1 or 2 minutes late. But in general, I think the members and other guests are very disciplined. I counted 5 minutes before the meeting started, there were already 12 members and guests online already waiting. And therefore, it allows us to start on time. That is a very good discipline. And in terms of online meeting, I want to share a few reminders because we are so used to on-site meetings. And now when we change to online meetings, we may not be so used to it. First thing I want to remind all of us is that your background is like your clothes. People look at you and they will look at your background and they will look at the things behind you, like looking at your clothes when you meet a person. So try to make your background simple. like me is completely white. That will avoid distractions. And if not possible, try to put on a virtual background, like whatever picture background you can find on your app. And another thing is try to put your full face on the screen. Don't hide your chin or don't hide your hair, and people can see your full face. And put your face at the center of the screen, like putting your passport photo. Remember your passport photo proportion. Now with this size of the screen, your face should be that big, all right? That will make a better impression. And also your camera have to be at the eye level, and people feel that they're talking to a real person rather than like this. People don't know what you're doing and they don't feel comfortable looking at you, okay? And secondly, it has to be bright enough, but better to be natural enough. Not now, if you look at Joseph's, Joseph's face is a little bit too bright on the right-hand side, too dark on the left-hand side. Okay, so try to make to try different location in your home and where you would look good. Okay, and also try to keep your face there at all time. If you really have to go away, switch off the screen like what I'm doing now, and you go away and do something else and come back. Of course, try to stay there because it is a kind of respect to stay there, right? Just like any physical meeting. And when you need to reach for something, sometimes you may have to reach out like this or that. So try to get your cup of tea beside yourself, your handphone just within reach so that you don't have to reach for that, okay? So, and also when you are trying to read from a script, try to put your script as close to the camera. For example, your camera is at top of your computer, then put your script at the top of the computer. So when you read from the script, it is not too far away from the camera, and people still think that you are looking at them, okay? And also I suggest you to put on headphones to make sure you can hear well and others can hear you well too. And also remember to unmute and then clap, and then clap your hands whenever appropriate to give the real feel of a meeting. Remember, when we have physical meeting, we always have very cheerful feedback by clapping. People feel encouraged when hearing clapping. Okay, so try to remember to clap your hands whenever necessary. And I think they would have an excellent time controller, I mean the meeting controller, by controlling the screen, who should be put up in the central screen and taking photo, recording the meeting. I think it's excellent. And that is another benefit of on-site meeting, online meeting, is that you can always go back to listen to the whole meeting or any part of the meeting, and especially listening to your own speech. And that is an excellent benefit of having an online meeting. And I have to remind everybody to make sure you put the timer on the screen, because then you can see the time reminder of the color of the background. Now, I think if there is some guest who may not know that we have to look at the timer, then maybe is there any sound or whatever to remind people that they're overrunning time? Just a suggestion. And now I want to feedback further on the meeting itself. The speakers, wonderful speaker, Edward as an experienced and successful parent, gave us a valuable reminder of parenting. And Lisa once again shared a very informative and interesting research on ghost festivals around the world. And Joseph presented a powerful and timely report on how to work after the pandemic. Excellent. And of course, I'm not going to give further evaluation because the individual evaluator has already done the job. And the Toastmaster of the evening also conduct a meeting in a very lively way. Rose gave a short and interesting feedback on most of the speeches. And that is very important on conducting a meeting. When after somebody spoke, then you give some feedback and then you go to the next one. That is a very good flow of a meeting and also good respect for the people who have just spoken, okay? So try to remember this. The table topic master also is excellent. Not only the topics are timely and thoughtful, he also sings a wonderful song, and that arouses a very hot mood for the meeting. Now, the responses are not only interesting and lively, and most of them are very soul-searching as well, very profound feeling inside. And in terms of the individual evaluations, I think Samuel observed very well and organized his individual evaluation very, very well. And one thing I noticed is he also compared this speech with the past performance of Edward. And that is a very good way to give an individual evaluation, because that is how people improve, right? And that also give a context of the individual evaluation for all the other members. Now, I think he also gave very good compliment and also suggestion for improvement, very balanced. And all of them are very in-depth as well. And Jean gave a very comprehensive individual evaluation, including vocal variety, body language, visual aids, and the speech itself. And her style is also very lively and natural, like talking to a friend. Excellent. And the suggestions for improvement are also very practical and concrete. In-Sang is always very encouraging in his individual evaluation. I remember this should be the second or third time he evaluated Joseph Lee. I think it's good that he can compare to his past speeches because he remember. But of course, for Joseph, maybe next time he want to listen to somebody else's suggestion as well. People may think differently. That the EVP can consider. Er-Sang elaborated very powerfully on a few important points instead of running down a long list. Remember how we evaluated? That will help the speaker remember very well. And also the suggestions are very practical. And his evaluation is more like a normal speech than any other individual evaluation. And that is a very good point as well. Now, in terms of timer and acupuncture, I think Wendy doing the dual roles excellently, very accurate, and he paid really good attention to counting R's, not like other accountants when he say 0 R's and people all say, oh, really? And I think it's an excellent way that he also shared the report on chat box, okay, so people can read it. And in terms of the language language evaluation, I think Malcolm has brought the language evaluation to the next level. It's not just correct usage and bad usage. It's correct usage, creative usage, and persuasive usage. Excellent. Now, we all can learn from that. Of course, he also used slides, which are very clear for sharing the exact wording. So the content, of course, excellent suggestion from a native speaker. We are fortunate to have Malcolm to give us such a wonderful language evaluation. Now I think I've overrun the time already. I would like to return the time to Toastmaster of the evening, Rose.
Okay, thank you, Richard. I think we had a wonderful meeting night. We learned a lot of from each speaker and the evaluator, and I think we learned a lot of them. Now I want return the control to the President Winnie.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Now let's time to announce who is the best speakers. The best sessions master is the best prepared speakers is Edward. Wow, Edward, your touching story.
Yeah, see forward.
Thank you.
One more.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And next is the best table topic speakers goes to it's me. Everyone, thank you.
See forward. See forward.
Okay.
One more. Okay.
Okay. Next is the best individual evaluator goes to Jean.
Oh yeah.
Our IPD, beautiful lady, Jean Yo.
Yay.
Yeah. See forward.
My head.
Your head, beautiful face. Okay.
Bad face.
Congratulations to Jean. And next is the best session master. Actually, the three sessions masters, the bullet is approximately similar, a little bit similar. And there's two, the same box. Goes to Richie and Ross. And also, please, you first. Ross.
Okay.
Hey, Rose,
Ross,
not Richie.
Yeah, Richie later. Thank you.
Starts with R.
One more.
Thank you.
No. We need you close your eye. Please open your eye.
Sorry.
Open.
Yay.
Okay.
Thank you for preparing so interesting and a lot of materials for us to topic. And next is Richie.
Richie.
Thank you.
Yep. See forward. One more. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. And next, I will invite our guest Rita to say something. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, no, President.
Nice to see you. Hi. Hello.
Don't we have appreciation to Austin?
Oh, okay. Or maybe we can let Rita say something, and I will.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. Sorry.
Hello.
Hi, Rita.
Hi, Rita. Long time no see.
Yeah, long time no see.
First of all, I have to apologize for being late because I was working overtime. And get back to our topic today. when they mentioned to the Ghost Festival, for me, I will think of culture difference, because in the Western culture, they celebrate the Ghost Festival as Halloween, and in East countries, we the Ghost Festival for us is called Zhongyuan Festival, and it actually, I think the festivals are the great topic for people to make foreign friends as the topic that you can talk about, and and it is what I'm going to share with you. Thank you.
Oh, next time.
Thank you for coming again, and welcome next time.
Yes.
And let's thank our old friends, our best of friends, Arsons, and how do I?
Here, share screen.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Okay, thank you, Arson, coming again. Thank you, and thank you for your help.
We will assign another speaker to you next time.
Yeah.
You are always suggest very useful. So thank you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Okay.
And Jenny, do you want to say something?
First time guest, Jenny. Do you want to say something, or you can introduce yourself? Anything is okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm very glad joining tonight's meeting. It's interesting, and there are many opportunities for people to practice English speaking. I hope to join next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jenny, please add me as line friend later. I will send text to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next time.
Anyone want to announce something?
Winnie,
Hi.
can I suggest to invite Robert
Okay.
to share with us how he feels to join the first online meeting? And will he come back?
Microphone.
Turn on your microphone. Turn on your microphone.
Please turn on your microphone.
Unmute. We cannot hear.
No sound.
No voice. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
No. Close it. No.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
It's a new experience for me.
Yeah.
With a Zoom meeting.
Yes.
But sitting here for 2 hours is a bit too much. A physical meeting as early as possible. Although I can still stand an online meeting maybe a couple more times.
But you also have to spend the same amount of time in physical meeting, right?
Yeah.
And you can stretch your leg
At least I can
without
stretch
kicking
my
the one
leg
before you, right?
But on the whole, I enjoyed it, and especially all the speakers, and it's great to see all of you again. Thank you.
care.
We are very happy to see you again.
Yes.
Hello, Richie. What about my light right now? Is it okay? Is it okay?
It's still a little bit too light, too
Mm.
bright.
Too bright.
Yes, you compare your face with, for example, Jean and my face and Winnie's face. It's more natural, you know.
Oh,
Okay.
you are too bright.
Too
But
bright.
because I moved my light from left to the center.
You may have to move the light further away from your face.
What about now?
Better.
Yeah,
Okay.
better. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 比较有学识。
好的，感谢赞美，祝福你。
好。
Okay.
不好意思 ，Can I speak?
Winnie.
Can we invite Rita say something again about the meeting? Because we haven't seen her for some times. I mean, about the meeting.
Hi, Rita.
Hi.
Hello, Rita.
Hi, Rita.
Hello. About the meeting, you.
Yep.
I think, although I didn't join all the part of the meeting, I've already learned about some about the language evaluation. Some words that you can use or some sentence that I can use next time for express my opinion or ideas. And I hope next time I won't need to work overtime and join the meeting on time. Thank you.
Thank you. Would you prefer online or on-site?
Actually, I prefer online because the place is quite far from my workplace.
Oh.
So if I have to go there, it takes me a lot of time. Yes, and
Right.
I think I may not have a lot of chances to join the meeting.
Wow.
Yeah.
You work
Wow.
in Neihu, right?
Yes.
It's really far.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's no direct bus from
direct
Neihu.
bus. There was direct bus. 287.
But
277.
But
may
many
take
people just live in their
time.
office at the same time.
Last time I take bus and after I take MRT to get there. Yes.
You took?
Oh, I took. Sorry. I
Right.
took bus
MRT.
and MRT to there.
To Yuanshan, then transfer, right?
No, not yet. It should be Nanjing Fuxing, right?
Oh.
Yes.
MRT, Nanjing Fuxing, and change to.
And
Right, okay.
change MRT. Yeah.
Very far away.
She has to change 3 times
Right.
on MTR.
Two, right?
Bachi can arrive there.
Yes,
Oh.
because I live in Neihu. I always go to Marquet
Oh.
for many years.
It takes how much
Oh,
time?
sorry. Now we are in Chengdelu, huh?
Right,
sorry.
right. Jinzhan.
Yeah,
Sorry. Then Chengdelu
Taipei main
is
station.
Bachi.
Kind of behind of the Taipei main station, Jinzhan.
Jinzhan Baihuo. Have you ever been there, Rita? Jinzhan.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Then I think she's right. She have to change MRT plus.
Yeah, very inconvenient.
Right.
Yeah.
Commuting is a problem for her. Well,
Yes.
try Try.
Okay.
We can consider to have online connection for people who cannot come, like Samuel, right? Even if we have physical meeting.
Right, especially for Samuel, at least once in 2 months.
Yeah, in fact, when we have meeting, we can put up a screen, especially for those people who joining online, right?
We will need 2 cameras, and that is too heavy for David. Like we did it before, and I think it's really tired for him.
Okay.
Or we can use iPhone or mobile. Maybe we can discuss later.
Yeah,
like one mobile and one small GoPro or something. David, is it possible?
I have a two web camera. We can do.
No, it's too heavy, I think. Is
Web
there any
Maybe it's very strong.
easier way?
Okay, right now the time is 24 past 9.
Really? Oh, Preston,
Okay. So
yeah.
let's announce our meeting adjourned. Thank you for coming.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So much.
Bye.
Good
morning, Samuel.
Thank
Good
you.
morning, Samuel. Thank you.
Good morning,
for
Samuel.
Good night,
Samuel.
everyone. Good night.
Samuel,
Bye.
Yeah.
Everyone, bye-bye.
Hi, Samuel. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Admirable spirit, Samuel.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Rita.